Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life. Disabled and mentally ill, I am your host, Scott. Happy Saturday, everybody. No matter where you are in the world, I appreciate you. And I'm very thankful for you. As the title suggests, I am doing a Thanksgiving episode. And just being grateful, just thankful, blessed, and just trying to live the best life that I can. And pardon me if I get emotional, as I happen to be a very emotional person. And especially things that have happened in the last week. And just learning to breathe and just continue and know that things go forward. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, with Thanksgiving coming up before next week's episode, I thought I would do just an episode of being grateful for the people in my life, people like you, who just are amazing and caring and kind, and listen to somebody with mental health issues, disabilities, and trying to spread the positivity in life. And I just go one day at a time. And with changes in the world, and even changes to this podcast, and not all the changes have been good, and that is okay. They're just bumps in the road, and I take it one day at a time. But I'm grateful for everyone, and just these small things that happen in life. Good conversations, small things, big things. They all have an impact on my life. And your mileage may vary. But for me, I'm going to be completely honest. This last year has changed me a lot. My focus has definitely shifted. And dealing with my depression, dealing with the stuff that I go through every single day. And the last couple of weeks I've been really stressed. A tiny bit of panicky. But I am a firm believer that things will work out. Things will hopefully work out for the good. Doesn't always happen, but I am a firm believer that that will come to fruition at some point. That good things are going to happen. And it's okay if it doesn't, because it normally doesn't happen. And, I just have to continue forward. And I'm thankful to be able to continue forward and spread as much positivity and laughter and just being me. Because I want good for everybody. I want everybody to chase their dreams. I want everybody to just have a better life. I struggle every single day. It's not easy. But, I know I'm not the only one. And so I take, my life, my stories, and just try and help lift others who may have it a little bit or a lot worse than I do. Just be there, lend my ear. I like being a caring individual, and I like just lending my ear and just being positive light when people are in a dark place. And sometimes people who are in dark places may not realize that they are in dark places. I know that may sound weird, but as somebody who fairly recently, some aspects of my life can be negative, and I never really thought they were negative, that would be considered negative. And it's like, all right, well, I don't really like being negative. But at the same time, I am me. I have my bad days. I have my good days. And I'm just thankful for the people in my life. Total strangers that I get to interact with. And just so grateful. I am so sorry that, throughout the last couple months, everything is just me, obsessed, over what's happening in a couple months. And for me, it's important, because this is new for me. This is a major thing for me to do. And I want to be able to make it work. I believe that, I'm going to be able to afford everything. I'm going to just be able to make it happen. And I am definitely going at it in my way of thinking that this is going to happen once in my life, and make the most of it, and just enjoy the process. Things will work out. The positivity that things are going to just work out. And there's a few people in my life, they're like, well, you shouldn't worry about it until, you know, it's time. It's like, no, I need to. There's a lot of work that had to be done. There's still a lot of work that needs to be, but slowly, you know, the checklist is getting checked off. And I'm just grateful. I'm just thankful. Just, you know, everybody in my life that I interact with, including listener, just thankful. And I think this is the best place to put it here. I know there was a few people in my little close circle who they're not fond of my podcast. They're not fond of me, quote unquote, wasting my time. And I want to go into that just a little bit here. You know, for me, this podcast has got me through a lot in the last 4 years. And to them, they're like, well, it makes no money. You're wasting your time and, you know, nobody cares. And I just leave it at that and try and deflect and, you know, change subjects. Because, you know, they're not wrong that it makes no money. I spend more money doing this podcast than in return. But that doesn't matter to me. Because for me, I'm, you know, even if whatever it may be, whatever I ramble about every week, I'm getting things off my chest. I'm putting myself out there. I'm just showcasing my everyday life. One day a week. On my favorite day of the week. Anyway, and you know, my goal is to, you know, help others and just know that, you know, I exist, and that if you're struggling, or if you know somebody who is struggling, you know, one day at a time, and just spread my positivity. And yeah, there's negative people in my life, or that may, but to them, and from a couple people that I have talked to, where I, you know, I'm not okay, but I mean, in the sense of, I don't do things for the lieu of monetary gain. It'd be nice, but that's not who I am. I, you know, there's a lot of, you know, false people out there on the internet there who put on a facade, or there to just make bank. And I just do this because it is helping me, and hopefully I can help other people. Knowing that they're not in the same boat alone. And, you know, for me, I'm thankful for this podcast, for getting me through a tough time. I know I've said this before, but where I was at the beginning of 2021, this podcast really saved my life. Just being able to talk and have a basically one-sided conversation with asking questions and just getting the sadness, getting the, I am drowning in a lake, being held down by the abyss monsters, being able to put, my verbular fist out of water and slowly being able to get my head above water while dealing with the struggles, dealing with everything that's happened in the last 4 years. I'm still here. I still put out an episode every single week. And I know recently, it hasn't been easy. I have been dealing with a lot of stuff, but I am trying, because to me, it means the world to me. Because I just have a kind heart, and for me, this helps me. And it goes a long ways. And for me, I am passionate in just being that person that somebody will talk to. It's like, I want to do this thing. I want to, look into this. Maybe I want to do that. Whatever it may be. And I am going to most likely always say, depending on what it is, do it. Go for it. I'm in my late 30s. Just do the thing. Just go for it, no matter what it is. No matter where you are in your journey in life, no matter what is your aspirations, a new thing that you want to experience, just do it. Time waits for nobody. And if you have the courage or the means or the drive, granted, I'm well aware that there's a lot of things that may prevent you from going forward into chasing those dreams. But the fox always finds a way to find avenues. Maybe it's not, point A to point B in a straight line. Maybe you have to divert a little bit to make it work. But I believe in you. And, I'm going to be completely honest, and this is going to be the last thing I say before I let you enjoy your Saturday. But as me just being thankful, so if I'm being completely honest, if you told me at the beginning of the year, January 2024, that the growth, the stuff that I've had to endure, everything where I was at the beginning of the year, that I would be planning a trip to Japan, that I'm basically jumping in blind and just throwing things at the wall and hoping that it would stick. I would literally laugh and go, okay, yeah, no, because, I'm spontaneous. I do, random things a lot that people go, oh, okay, they're doing things, but, they're kind of tame. Me jumping on planes going to Seattle or those kind of things, those random, I'm going to go to experience soccer, which was a couple years ago, but, all that, I'm going to just do this and see if it sticks. But, traveling overseas and just trying to make it work. That's a little too ambitious for me and the way that I think. But that is what I'm doing. That is exactly what I'm doing. So breaking the mold, just doing things more on a bigger scale, living, just, wanting to experience life. And I feel like I am on the right path. And I'm driven to make it work one way or another. With that said, I love you all. I'm glad that you are here, no matter where you are in the world. And hopefully I brought a little smile. And hopefully if you or somebody else is struggling, I'm sorry. I hope it gets better for you. Because I genuinely care. And if that's something that you want to go for, do it. And if you're in parts of the world that Thanksgiving is not a thing, well, you just listen to a Westerner ramble. But I'm thankful. And so, I'm just thankful for the journey that I'm on. And I'm glad that I could share it with you. And that means the world to me. So with that said, have a wonderful Saturday wherever you are. Until next week, I bid you all adieu.